they can accept.
I hear you, Mr. Keyamo. Allow me to jump in
with most
because
of
because of time, right? We don't have as much time, but I'm hoping that we can have this conversation subsequently, so we can explore all of these areas that you're interested in. You had to intervene during the NIMET strike recently, but it was reported that some airlines operated without real-time weather updates. They said they got it online. Just about one suspended flight during that period. Is that a violation of ICAO safety standards? Will those airlines face any form of penalties?
Well, no, because there are other alternative means by which you can also get your weather report. It's just that we are not trying to undermine the work of NIMET, really. NIMET is one of the crucial agencies you need when you want to fly your aircraft, to know exactly the route you are following, the flight plan you have filed, and the flight route you are following, whether the weather, and exactly how the weather is along that flight plan. But then also, you see that this data is also available sometimes online. They can get it. But so it's a matter of accuracy. Some pilots, some will want to be 99% sure. And some, if they are 80% sure, they can fly. So there's no ICAO's regulation or requirement to sanction them in that regard. So it's just a matter of safety standards of different airlines. So we are not going to condemn one and praise one for it. Right. So if there was no safety of it, no safety, I can assure you, under the watch of this president and our watch, no aircraft would have flown that period. So right. The NCAA was very watchful that period. The NCAA was extremely concerned about safety of Nigerians. But then the moment they got some 70–80% accuracy, they were able to fly. And that is, of course, ICAO standard too, to take to the air.
You talked about flying directly to South America earlier. We understand that we're probably set to sign a bilateral air service agreement with Brazil. The expectation is that Lagos to Sao Paulo flights will commence. Walk us through the timeline quickly and how you see this deepen our trade and diaspora connections.
Well, this is a clear, clear marching orders given by Mr. President. Mr. President has been extremely concerned about opening the South American route because he wants Nigerians to have the ease of traveling to South America. Now, there's a lot of suffering traveling to South America from Nigeria and some parts of Africa. So Mr. President gave us the marching orders last year to say, look, make sure you open the South American route, especially Brazil. So we have gone to Brazil and we have worked on a new bilateral air service agreement. Now, we have not signed. We are hoping that when the Vice President of Brazil comes here, we are expecting in Nigeria in the next 3 weeks or thereabout. We hope by then it can be signed. Or when Mr. President goes to Brazil in July, because I understand there's an international conference in Brazil in July, we can sign that BASA there. But then the bilateral service agreement is the fulcrum, is the bedrock upon which you build the rights, to begin to fly. However, we are working on designating our airlines now to begin to fly that route. We hope that if the airlines don't begin from here, they can begin also from South America. But one more thing, we are also looking at what they call the fifth freedom, open skies agreement with other airlines. Open skies agreements will mean that it may not even be a designated airline from Brazil or Nigeria. It may be even an airline outside the two jurisdictions that may want to pass through our jurisdiction if our local airlines are not ready. I want to repeat, because I would like to protect our local airlines first if they are flying that route. But if our local airlines are not ready to develop that route, we can give free freedom to any other airline from another country to pass through Nigeria, pick passengers, and go to Brazil, and vice versa. We can do that. So we are looking at all of these options.
We won't let you go without talking some politics, but if you can in a minute, talk to your directive to foreign airlines to include Nigerian meals in their in-flight menus. Some say that's protectionism, but others call it patriotism. What inspired this policy, and are you comfortable with how airlines are responding?
Extremely comfortable, and I think we all drew our strengths from what the target the president has given to all of us. A $1 trillion economy must be bettered by 2030. A $1 trillion economy. And all sectors must contribute to Mr. President's vision of a $1 trillion economy. For us in the aviation sector, every part of the ecosystem must be explored to contribute to that $1 trillion economy. And so we looked at it and said, we have the traffic, we have the people, but then you bring your meals on your plane into Nigeria, you freeze them, and when you are going back, you now microwave them and give to Nigeria. I said, no. On your outbound meals, we cannot control the ones coming in because they are taken off from their country. They can bring their meals. But going back from our country, you have to patronize our local caterers. Because you have maybe the least you can have is a 3 or 4 hour turnover. When you arrive, you put your passengers down, you clean the aircraft and you load passengers again, like most international airlines do. 2-3 hours turnover is enough for you to then load your meals from Nigeria onto that plane. Right. And I said I was very definite about it. In order to contribute to the President's vision, we will not renew your summer or winter schedule. You will not fly from Nigeria again if you do not comply. Guess what? Guess what? Almost all the international airlines have complied. Air France have complied. Qatar has complied. Ethiopian Airlines has complied. Delta has complied from America. Lufthansa have complied. We are really excited by this. And guess what? Go and ask our Sky caterers now. They are all praying for Mr. President. They're cashing out. Day.
We have completely
in Nigeria.
We have completely run out of time. But quickly, if you can, in a minute, please. We saw an exodus of PDP leaders in your state. And just recently, I think it was on the news last night, a major stakeholder in Delta from your party said the governor can get an automatic ticket, but not other elected officials who joined from the PDP. How ready is the APC to deal with this multiplicity of interest? Are you sure you haven't beaten more than you can chew?
Oh no, why can we beat more? How can we bite more, that we can chew? The APC is massive enough, it's large enough to accommodate everybody. You know, as time goes on, we are going to manage all the interests in that state. But guess what? This is a massive blessing to the party.